Stitches, and we're on to day 6, and today we're going to do bullion knots. So I've started my little starting stitches, and I'm going to come up at the top, the point of the tree, and come up through and pull my thread all the way through. Then come out and stand up for this, just bear with me. And I've drawn on some arced draw pencil lines, pen lines, where I'm going to come down with each stitch. So I want to come down and then back up next to where you came up the first time. Just get that out of the way. You need to have a milliner's needle for this because you're going to wrap. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Don't know why I'm counting. 13, 14. I want that wrap, those amount of wraps, to cover that distance. So another couple more, I would say, and I'm going to push my needle all the way through. And you just want to hang on to your working thread and twist your needle. Give it a little twist. Twist it. And keep pulling. Oh dear. Yeah, it's okay. I thought I got wrapped. Hang on a minute, what have I done now? It's okay. I thought I got all mixed up then. So I'm just going to keep on pulling. And you should have, I don't know what, is that like a little knot in the thread? Doesn't matter. Okay. So I've got like a little row of wraps, and then I'm going to go back down, come up at the top. Okay. And we've got a little bullion knot branch. So the next stitch is down and come up, wrap, keep wrapping, 2, 3, till you think you've got enough to cover that distance. Give your needle a twist. Keep pulling and twist and pull. That's going to come. I feel like I've got a knot in this thread somewhere. Keep on pulling, twisting and pulling. Give it a little twist, and then go down to secure it. Okay. And I'm going to come back up. This does take up a lot of thread, so you'll want quite a bit on your needle. So you're going to come back down, back up, and twist. Down. You sort of have to do it by eye. Give it another one. Push. Keep twist. Give your needle a little wiggle. Twist. Pull it all the way through. It looks like it's going to unravel, but it doesn't. And back in to secure it. And I'm going to put another one in there. So I'm going to come up in between, probably there, go down, and then back up again, and wrap your thread around your needle. Keep going. Should be about right. Wiggle and pull, and it should come all the way through. Keep going. There we go. You have got your first set of I'm looking for my scissors there. Your first set of branches. Okay, I think I might just get one more. So I'm going to try and come up in between each one now and down. So I'm up next to that one. Just push it up a bit. Again, you want to be wrapping enough wraps to make that distance the same. Always give an extra wrap, because I don't mind it sort of slightly bowing. Adds to the look. Wiggle and pull. Here we go. Give it a little wiggle and a wiggle around and back down to secure. Okay. And I'm going to carry on. So I'm going to come up in between that one and in between that one. I'm not, they won't be so tightly spaced. There'll be quite gaps to look like branches coming down. So when I get to the near the bottom, I will pop back on and show you how I'm finishing it off. Hi there, stitchers. I'm back, and this took a little bit longer than I thought because one thing and another, I had other jobs to do, and sometimes stitching does stop. So I'm just going to finish up with the last couple of bullion knots. It's awkward in this clamp. Bullion knots are one of the few kind of stitches that I struggle with in a hoop or a frame. Ouch. Because you need to really get in and be able to manoeuvre your fabric. So just wrap him, keep wrapping, do a couple more, and one more, and then boom. Oh. You hear fabric popping like that with your needle. It means your thread's too thick for your needle, the eye of your needle. You need a bigger eyed needle. That's the usual. For some reason you do not want to come. That's it. Amazing when you get to the last one and then struggling. And one more. I think I'll get one more of those in. Just wiggle it around. I'll just get one more in on that edge. even if I haven't done them evenly, there's some bigger gaps than others. I started off and I was trying to be really sort of uniform, and then I thought, well, a tree's not, is it? So I was, yeah, I sort of went off-piste a bit with how I thought it was going to look and how it's looking. That's always the case. But I'm sure we all have that. Very difficult to get really, really even stitches, especially if you're using thicker threads. So I'm just thinking, ouch. Ooh. Last one. There we go. Sometimes they just don't want to come through at all. Get rid of that. Okay. Final stitch. Oh, I'll finish that off on the back when when I turn it over. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put a little tree topper on. I found these cute little button. So I'm just going to pop that on with just some ordinary machine thread. Oh, wrong hole. I'm not worried if it's going to be wonky. Quite like that. Again, when you're threading up your needle, make sure that your needle will go through your little buttonholes. Or your bead, or whatever it is you... Because there's nothing more frustrating, I have to say. Doesn't want to come through, does it? Does not want to come through that hole. Come on. Come on, come on. Oh my goodness me. There we go. Just going to pull that right round. When I used to teach in school, one of the things we used to teach the kids was sewing on a button. And I think it was the most frustrating thing for them, because they couldn't see to bring the needle up. And I think when you've been doing something for so long and it comes like second nature, you just don't realise how difficult it can be for someone. Okay, Reggie. Reggie's back. He wants a cuddle. I'm just going to try and finish that off so I can use the same thread. It's not going to happen, is it? I'm just going to tie a little knot in it so it doesn't come out. Oh, Reggie! Just bear with me a second. Now. Do you want to be on my knee? Come on then. Get up on my knee. Good boy. So I'm going to put a little red bucket for this one. I'm not going to do a trunk, and I'm going to come up. Again, got a machine thread, and I know that my needle goes through my beads because I've got some. I'll just check them bugle beads. Oh, I just stuck myself because of Reggie. And I am going to do 2 beads, but I'm going to go down because I know I've mentioned this. Oh, come out of the way. Sorry about that. Oh dear. I know I've mentioned this, but if you start threading too many beads and one comes undone, you're guaranteed the whole lot will come undone if they do start to unravel. So it's easy. It's always best to put like a little double stitch in somewhere after 2 or 3 beads. Oh, goodness me. Ah, dear. Reggie. He just wants to eat beads, don't you? If you're new to my stitching sort of escapades, shall we say, just pull that up a bit. This is Reggie. This is my son's dog, and my son does live with me. I don't babysit, dog sit, whatever, for him all the time. But he tends to want, as soon as I start filming, him and Gertrude will want to come and get involved. Sorry, I'm struggling to keep him off the workbench and sew at the same time. Do I think I need another? Let me just have, Reg, you're going to have to get down so Granny can see. Okay. Let me have a look. Do I need another row? Do I think? Should we do it that way? Or that? Yeah, I think I'll put those in. I'm going to go in between. Oh, goodness. I'm just going to put a little stop stitch in. What have you got? He's got a piece of thread. It's always got to be up to no good. I think I've said before though, I have tried to stop, start, but it's just, it takes forever then. I just feel like I just might as well carry on. Come between those two. Somewhere. These little bugle beads, I bought them in a mass box of beads, and some are long, some are small, so I can never really get exact. Oh, I think that looks quite cute. Let me just have a little look. Get up. Yes, nice. I will finish that off on the back, give it a secure fasten off. Just get my, as always, I'm just going to get rid of the blue. See what we look like. I think it was my daughter who was saying about the heat erase pen and why I've swapped from one to the other, and I don't use the same one all the time. I think it just depends on what I'm working on. If I'm working on something that's really stitched, where the stitches are really quite raised, I will try to use water, because it just stops them being flattened when you iron them. Although they are heat erase, they also, the marks can come back if it's gets still below a certain temperature. Well, I think that looks really lovely. So, happy stitching everyone, and I'll see you again for tomorrow's tree.